smoke and screens, young women in IT and urban identity battles the corporate jungle. Aditi sat at her desk in a sleek IT office in the heart of Mumbai, the city's bustling tech hub. Her workspace was immaculate. An ergonomic chair, a dual-screen setup, and a coffee mug with "Keep Calm" and code on printed across it. The building, with its glass facade reflecting the rising sun, was a symbol of success, progress, and ambition. But under the hum of computers and air conditioning, Aditi felt a deep restlessness. At 25, she had everything many dreamt of: a decent salary, a career in software development, and a shiny new apartment in a high-rise building. Yet, beneath the surface, there was an unease, a growing pressure to fit into the corporate mold. Aditi had joined the company straight out of college, driven by the promise of a well-paying job and the excitement of working for a global tech firm. But soon, the reality of office culture started to weigh on her. In the mornings, she found herself sipping coffee with a group of colleagues who laughed at jokes laced with sexist undertones. They discussed the latest club events, which mostly involved heavy drinking and partying until dawn. Just blow off steam, they would say. But Aditi couldn't escape the feeling that she wasn't being seen for her skills, just as another young woman in a suit. The smokescreen, the pressure intensified when she was assigned to a new project. Her team lead, Anirudh, was smart, ambitious, and charming, but also a bit too friendly. He often complimented her looks or made jokes about her serious demeanor. "You should smile more," he'd say. "You'd fit better into the team." One late evening, during a project deadline, Anirudh invited Aditi to join him for drinks after work. She hesitated. "No thanks," she said. "I have to get home." "Come on, Aditi," he insisted. "It's just drinks, nothing more. Don't take it too seriously. It's about networking, you know?" The thinly veiled offer to network was a code she had heard many times before. One that demanded she conform to an unspoken culture of excess. The corporate world in Powai, with its million-dollar startups and glittering social circles, was full of facades. But Aditi was starting to see through them. Beneath the glossy surface, people were willing to make compromises in the name of getting ahead. In the break room, Aditi overheard a conversation between a few other women from her department. "I wish I could have fun like that," one said, "but it's just not for me." The others nodded knowingly. They all knew the unspoken rules of the game, how it was easier to fit in by lowering your boundaries, by smoking, drinking, and playing the same games. But Aditi had seen enough to realize she didn't have to be part of it. Her worth wasn't in her social media presence or how many happy hours she attended. It was in her work, her ideas, her contributions. Finding her own path. Over the next few weeks, Aditi began to redefine her boundaries. She politely declined offers to join the team at parties and instead focused on what she loved: coding, building, and creating new systems. She attended tech meetups where the conversation was about ideas, not appearances. Slowly, her team started to notice her technical skills and her reputation grew. But the shift wasn't easy. The pressures of a high-paying, high-demand job in the IT industry still lurked. Late nights, tight deadlines, and the constant push for performance often made her feel like she was barely keeping up. There were still moments when Aditi stood in the lobby, watching her colleagues in their designer clothes and fake smiles, and felt like she didn't belong. One evening, a colleague named Priya, who had been in the industry for years, stopped by Aditi's desk. "You okay?" she asked, noticing the exhaustion in Aditi's eyes. Aditi smiled. "I'm okay. Just trying to find a way to be me." Priya nodded, understanding. "You don't have to change to succeed here. Just do your work. The rest will follow." In that moment, Aditi realized that she had been so focused on fitting in that she had forgotten the power of staying true to herself. There would be pressures. There would be challenges. But her authenticity would always be her greatest asset. Aditi didn't need to smoke or drink to prove herself. She would let her work speak for her. And if the world couldn't see her value, it was their loss, not hers. In the city that often tried to make her conform, she was finally learning how to stand tall in her own skin.